unfortunately, some things are going to have to change. And I will let you know further on. You're definitely going to want to watch all of this. But if you're not aware that my channel has been hit with something called invalid traffic, which means that the traffic apparently has been coming in invalid ways. They think it's me. They have even hinted that it's my audience, but I don't think so.
I don't think you're doing anything wrong. They say that either I am watching my own ads and clicking on my own ads, or other people are. Now, I'm not saying don't click on ads you're not interested. If you're interested in something, go ahead. And it's totally fine to skip ads. A lot of people are like, oh gosh, like what are we doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. But I think it's a glitch. And I made a video last week and said that I had kind of had enough, and I was very upset. I was emotional. I'm not the person, it actually is hard for me to cry, most of the time. And I just had it, and really, really was thinking, okay, I might need to shut my channel down or step back. Now, some things have come up, and there have been some highs and some lows. First off, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who has offered support. There have been so many comments. Like last I checked, there were 500 and something. I cannot respond to all of those, but thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. And the emails and the messages on Facebook, all of that, so kind. Like not one nasty message, nothing but support. And what I took from that was that I actually help people, which feels so good. It's not that I didn't realize that, but I didn't recognize that. So that has also played a lot into the decisions that I have to make. Unfortunately though, when it comes to something that is such like a passion project like YouTube, you put so much time and energy and like blood, sweat, and tears and love into it. Like my point is I want to help people. I am so passionate about people recognizing the very huge importance that their home plays in their house. So that is why I make these videos. And there is a bit of revenue that comes from that. And unfortunately, YouTube is not allowing me to have access to a lot of it. And I'm not rich, I'm not a millionaire, but being compensated for your time is helpful, especially when you have a family and 3 cats, 2 of which are disabled. Like it's an interesting life to lead, and there's so much heart involved in it. And I saw there have been some emotional highs and lows. So let's go on a little walk, and I will fill you in a little bit more before I let you know what is going to happen. So this is what I've been doing. I have been going for walks, and it's beautiful on Vancouver Island today. But here's the thing, like I mentioned, I have 3 kids and, my job and YouTube and everything. And I realized that when I started nursing school, my kids were 1, 3, and 5. And it was obviously it was a nursing degree, a science degree. It's actually the hardest degree at the university I went to. And I became in this heightened state of busyness. And I graduated 10 years ago, and I feel like I have not slowed down. And that's actually funny, because if you're a nurse or if you know nurses, we actually don't do well when we're not busy, because we're basically told if you're not busy, you're not working. And so with my channel, when I saw the revenue was going down, I thought, well, I must not be doing enough. So I need to do more. So I started my podcast. I started my blog. Now I'm going to tell you, I love my blog and I do enjoy the podcast. But with the podcast, it became a second video on the channel every week. And it was something I enjoyed. It didn't take a lot of time. But the problem is, every time we start something new in life, we're taking more on. And I was talking to somebody and she said, Robyn, you're hilarious. You're a minimalist and you're taking more and more on in life. And I was like, you know what? You're right. She basically was like, what the heck is wrong with you? And I was like, oh my gosh. So, there's just been a lot of soul searching, and I had to kind of pull back for a bit.
not too long, and just sort of like evaluate. And the thing is, like, I never, ever thought I would leave YouTube. I love making videos, and I love connecting with you guys, and I love seeing the changes people make when they share it on our Facebook group or in our membership or wherever. And I love when people say, like, you helped me look at this in a different way, or I like to share like the benefits physiologically and psychologically that decluttering can have in our bodies and in our hearts and with our relationships and everything. And also sharing like the risk factors, because I really feel like the thing about clutter is this is a soul problem for so many of us, and there's more to it than just clutter and just stuff and just being prepared. There's more to it. So I came to a decision. I realized that as a serial busy person, I kind of have hit rock bottom. And if YouTube is not going to sort of support the efforts that I'm putting in, some changes have to happen.
So I'm going to get to YouTube in just a second, but I want you to know I absolutely love making videos, and I don't put a bra on every day, but I do when I make a YouTube video. So that shows just how important you guys are. Now, here's the thing. When I uploaded that video last week, for some reason, for the first time ever, no, it was not allowing comments, which is very strange. Never, ever has YouTube made it so comments didn't show up. I had to go in and manually select that people could upload comments. That's very unusual because it always is, it's automatically set to allow people to comment. That even was the case then. If I look, that was set up that people could upload comments, but I kept having to turn it on. And it wasn't until I went to Twitter, X, and I said, why are people not able to see my comments? You already are dinging me with this invalid traffic, and now people can't not see my comments. They're not able to comment. They were going to other videos and commenting, or emailing me, or going on Facebook, all of these things. As soon as I made that message, suddenly comments were allowed, which was great. The other thing is, a lot of people, and not just on my channel, but many channels, Plunk and Seed, what are you doing? I'm making a video, Plunk and Seed. A lot of channels, for some reason, their subscribers are being unsubscribed. And I don't know why. People have said that the video I made last week, it didn't come up for a week, even though usually it does. So I'd love for you, if you like and you want to be subscribed, please go and make sure that you're still subscribed. The next thing, a lot of people had said, please just start a Patreon, just allow us to support you somehow. Now, I had tried that before, but I thought, if that's what people want, but I'm not going to start on Patreon. I am going to start on YouTube, and I do have conflicted thoughts about that. But if you are interested, no obligation. Like, I truly am just doing this because people have asked. If you want, you can join the channel membership. There should be an option, just join underneath here. I've never done it, so I haven't even set it up yet. But you will be able to have cute little icons that show up next to your name. So in any kind of live stream, that will be there. So we know you're a channel member anytime you comment. And anytime a video is released, you will get it early. It might be an hour early. It might be a week early. I actually had a video ready to go for this week, but I decided it was better to give you guys an update. And then next week I actually have a sponsored ad, so that's great. But that brings me to the next thing. I may be reducing a little bit of how many videos I do a month. I was talking to somebody and she was like, how about just 2 a month? And I was like, you know what? I really love the videos. What I'm going to do right now is probably do about 4, still about 1 a week. However, I will not be posting the podcast on the channel unless it's an interview, because I've done some great interviews already that I'm excited to share with you. But I'm not gonna, it's a lot of extra stuff to do. And the good news about that channel membership, that's even the difference between Patreon and YouTube channel membership is that I'm still just uploading a video and I'm just going to make it available to you early. I didn't want to promise anything else. And again, like that is totally optional. If you want to come on and support me, that's one way, because that way it's not just YouTube taking the money from the ads that I'm not seeing. The other thing, I have learned massive lessons during this process. In fact, I was reaching the point where I was feeling stressed every day. And people had said on one of the videos I had done when I first mentioned to you guys, because I kept you guys in the dark for a while about the problems going on, but somebody said, this, you know, like you're trying to simplify your life. This doesn't sound like you've simplified your life at all. And you're right, it didn't sound like that. So I'm very happy to have removed things. And this is the thing that I have actually mentioned to people before. You know, I've said, like, sometimes you have to put things on the back burner, sometimes you have to do whatever. Now, for you guys, I seriously recommend recognizing when you have taken on too much, because that is what I realize. I feel great now. I'm very frustrated with the YouTube situation, and I am just letting God have that. He can just have it. But for me, I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Instead of feeling like, okay, I need to do this today, I need to do that today, blah, 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 blah. Now, I honestly was just like, I'm just gonna take it easy. Like, let go and let God. The amount of love from everybody has been not only unexpected, but just, so my card was full. Boy, there's a metaphor there. Anyway, I want to thank you all for being the kindest, most wonderful people that a girl could ask for in her heart. And I hope something great happens for you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.